Mary Forsythe with Kingdom Living Ministries, and I want to share a few thoughts today about how messages mold us. If you have happened to have read my book, A Glimpse of Grace, you'll know my journey and my story of how I ended up in a federal prison. And by the time you end up there, you've received a lot of messages of how you see yourself, how you see God, how you see life that just aren't true. And we get messages from all around us that mold us into seeing ourselves in ways that just aren't true. You know, we have to be aware of how these messages, how we receive these messages, where they're coming from, and then we need help from God on filtering them, uprooting the ones that are producing fruit in our lives, and resisting those. You know, one of the phrases the Lord gave me a few years ago that's really helped me, He said, Mary, you resist things you should embrace, and you embrace things you should resist. And that has really helped me as the Holy Spirit has led me to become more and more aware when messages are trying to impact me in a way that takes me away from the truth of how God sees me. You know, we get to choose how we see ourselves. And I came in agreement with the world, the government, and I interpreted circumstances to end up with many messages that I call I am not statements that turned into core beliefs. I had core beliefs and layers of lies that led me to think I'm not valuable. I'm not smart enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not acceptable. And then I ended up with many wrong core beliefs of, well, I'll just do life on my own, and very self-reliant. On and on I can go. But today what I want to focus on is that I believe the Holy Spirit really wants to pinpoint any messages that are skewing and really lying to you about how He sees you. I think this is going to be a super important way to not just prepare for the days ahead, but prepare for today. Because how we see ourselves, when we finally come in agreement with how God sees us, how Jesus relates to us, and how the Holy Spirit interacts with us, that we are chosen, and that we belong, and that we have value. And you might say, Mary, you just don't understand my circumstances. Well, all I can tell you is that when I was in a prison in South Texas, in a prison uniform, every day was a bad hair day, and I had steel-toed boots on, I had these beliefs. You might say it's easy to see how you would have beliefs in that circumstances, but I had those beliefs before I put on the prison uniform. And I think many of us are in the prison, in the entrapment of, I am not valuable. I'm not worthy. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not strong enough. All of these I am not statements. And for today, that I guarantee you winds of resistance are coming from every direction to talk you out of, to convince you that you are not enough. And that is a lie that the Holy Spirit wants to replace with truth. So ask Him. He'll show you and then empower you to embrace something you've been resisting, to resist something you've been embracing, so that you embrace the truth that you're valuable. You'll side with Jesus, come in agreement with Jesus, that you're valuable, you have significance at worth, and He wants for you to see yourself as He sees you. Okay, thanks for listening.